Were you so nervous you were going to get fired?
Yes.
On your first day?
I was like, what a great first impression. Oh, I don't think I should have done that. I think I was expecting a little more.
Yeah. Hollywood.
Yeah. It was like your pants every day. Family dinners were talking about drugs, talking about sex, talking about drama. Messy, messy people, because therapists are also messy people. I like to plead the fifth. Every time I looked at the screen, it said Krista Vernoff, and I was like, who the f- is this lady? It's like this show called Grey's Anatomy or something? Is this it? Did we wrap?
Today is a historic day because we are attempting something that has apparently been cursed. Interviewing Emily Culver. This is technically our third time recording this. The first two times the universe and the equipment decided the world wasn't ready for Emily's brilliance. But today, we are finally making it happen. For those who don't know, Emily is a powerhouse. As a writer on Station 19, she was the fearless voice who always spoke up and stood up for the integrity of the story. She's a dedicated storyteller who perfectly blends dry humor and deep heart with a heavy dose of action. Beyond the scripts, she is a rare human, strong in spirit, fiercely loyal, and the kind of person who shows up for people no matter what. Emily, thank you for being the most patient guest in this podcast history. I'm so happy you're here.
I am thrilled to be here again and again and again. But I feel like you covered it all with the intro. Like, is this it? Do we wrap?
Is it done? Let's just cut our losses.
Are we testing? Are we testing it further?
No, I think we could just say it was a success. It was a 20-second successful interview.
I mean, I think that it would be the most impressive podcast interview.
If what, it was 20 seconds?
Yeah, like we did it. We did it all. We got it, Joe. We did it, Joe.
I think people would be like, wait, that's it? They'd be confused. They thought I did a wrong upload. Anyways, enough about that, Emily. Where are you born?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Is there like a name for people that are from Wisconsin?
Wisconsinites?
Wisconsinites. I kind of like that. Born and raised in Madison?
Right outside of Madison, but nobody knows geography there, so.
The people there don't know geography, or people listening to this don't know geography?
I mean, honestly, maybe both. No, but if you are from Wisconsin, I am from DeForest.
Which I love that name.
There's no way to say it without sounding like you're against trees.
What's the population?
When I lived there, I think it was like 7,000 people. We had a cornfield right across the highway from our high school.
Did you like growing up in a small town with fields and farmers?
No, I mean, I have an appreciation for it now that I have left. Mm-hmm. There's a very specific charm to it, but I knew very early on that this was not my forever place and that I was going to leave. Didn't know how, didn't know where. I knew I was leaving.
So you knew the first thing you had was that you needed to get out of Wisconsin and that town.
Oh, yeah.
Was getting out of that town just being in like a bigger city, or was it the goal always Los Angeles or New York, or did you know?
I had no idea. I waffled between just Madison, then Chicago, Boston. I briefly lived there and then eventually settled on Los Angeles, even though I hate the heat. I hate being hot.
Did you like the cold and snow though?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved it.
Do you think you'll end up on the East Coast again?
No.
You're stuck in LA for life.
Yeah. LA weather is generally fairly predictable. Mm-hmm. A summer on the East Coast, you couldn't pay me enough. It's so humid and sticky and
maybe the perfect world is like bi-coastal.
Maybe.
Do a little bit of both.
There you go.
Put it out there, right? So back in DeForest, Wisconsin, do you have any siblings? What do your parents do?
I have two younger sisters, Riley and Margot. Shout out. Gonna bring back the shout outs.
Yes,
it's been a while.
Please do.
My mom is a therapist, but she did not become a therapist until I was 14, which was really fascinating. So I was able to clock her change in approach to conversation, the change in which she started asking questions, the way that her curiosity like shifted.
What did she do before she was a therapist?
She worked for the Girl Scouts of America.
So were you a Girl Scout?
Obviously.
So you sold Girl Scout cookies?
I sold Girl Scout cookies. I worked at a Girl Scout camp. I taught little girls how to ride horses.
Do you know how to ride a horse?
It's been a very long time, but yeah.
What?
Yeah.
A Girl Scout camp. Mm-hmm. And what was your favorite Girl Scout cookie? None of them. What?
Not
even the Thin Mint?
No. low key, it's my second least favorite.
Second least favorite. So
Yeah.
what is your, like, if you had to choose, what was your favorite?
I'm so boring. It's the shortbread.
That's not boring. Shortbread's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were a Girl Scout. Your mom works for the Girl Scouts. Then she decided to be a psychologist. Did she ever say what made her want to decide to be a psychologist?
I'm sure she did. I couldn't tell you.
Remember?
I don't remember. I mean, look, her favorite part of her job with the Girl Scouts was going into the communities, meeting the people, being sort of outreach and connection. So I would assume it was the human element that made her want to help.
Did she start off in a specific part of psychology she's in, or does she just do psychology in general?
My mom is a marriage and family therapist and also a sex therapist.
Amazing. Is she still practice today? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So was she wanting to be a sex therapist back then, or did it kind of morph into that?
I don't know. And I'm okay not knowing.
Understandable.
I'm okay not knowing the answer to that.
So do you feel like you can talk to your mom about sex?
Oh, absolutely. I
Oh,
mean,
that's good.
even before she went back to school, family dinners were talking about drugs, talking about sex, talking about whatever inappropriate or embarrassing story my grandma wanted to remind my mom of when she would scold my sisters and I.
So your grandma sat and had dinner with you?
My grandma lived with us for a hot minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
From what age to what age?
She moved in with us when I was in 6th grade, I believe. She'd been in a really long-term relationship with her partner. She wasn't the best choice.
Okay.
So my grandma decided to leave South Dakota, where she had been for a long time.
Your grandmother was queer?
Oh, yeah. Late in life lesbian, guys. Yeah.
You never told me this. Okay, continue. Sorry. Okay.
No.
Sorry. That part caught me off guard. Okay, so it wasn't a great partner. She chose her partner, but then it wasn't going well.
My grandma had really terrible taste in women.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about men?
As far as I know, it was just my grandpa.
Okay. Did you like your grandpa?
I liked him. I met him like 3 times, though. He died when I was young.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, Agent Orange poisoning from Vietnam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It caused a lot of different type of cancers in Vietnam veterans.
And what kind of cancer did he have? You're not sure, but
I don't
cancer.
remember.
That
Yeah,
was
but
caused
he was a really phenomenal artist. I still have pieces that he drew for me.
Oh, wow.
Not here in LA because I don't want anything to happen to them, so they're safe at my parents' house. But I still have everything that he did. Wow. My favorite one is Bugs Bunny as a cowboy.
So like cartoon characters then.
Yeah.
He was like an animator, essentially.
Almost, yeah. But it was with like permanent marker. And you can see on it where he would retrace to extend a line or something. So it's fun.
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see that stuff.
Yeah.
So you saw him a couple times, but you were close with your grandmother.
Really close to my grandma.
And she lived with you guys for
She
some
lived
time.
with us for a couple of years. And then she moved like literally the next town over, which is 10 minutes away.
Did she find someone else, or did she just decide to be
No.
independent woman?
She was an independent lady.
I love that.
I low-key think my grandma was like asexual. Like I don't think that
Okay.
she had a romantic asexual. She liked being alone with her things, with her routines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But interesting. But so she did date women. She was queer, so essentially bisexual. But she was queer for after she left your grandfather, or after your grandfather passed.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
before
Before he passed.
they got a divorce
Yeah.
when my mom was, I don't know, middle school.
Okay.
My grandpa remarried. She was a lovely woman. Her name was Myrna.
Love Myrna.
I love Myrna. R.I.P. They're all hanging out somewhere having a drink. And then my grandma dated really fascinating women after that.
And fascinating in what sense?
They all, I don't know how to say it politely. They all had mental illness that they didn't deal with.
Interesting. Do you think that was a result of that generation though? Because
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do boomers believe in therapy? I don't know many that do.
I think it's less belief and more just like if it's something you're not accustomed to or even know is an option.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, I feel like, in my personal opinion, once they get to a certain age, they're kind of like, why now?
Yeah.
Because starting therapy is not easy.
Yeah.
But I always highly recommend it, as everyone knows. Yeah. So it's a lot of usually unresolved trauma.
So much trauma.
Yeah. And then that kind of presents itself in our relationships.
Yeah.
So your mother had some failed relationships.
My grandma.
Your grandmother. Sorry. Your mother's mother.
My mom is married 40 years as of
Like, wait,
February.
not your mother.
Can't come for Judy, not yet.
Which is also, your mom and dad have been married 40 years. I knew they'd been married a long time, but I didn't know it was 40 years.
My parents met at a bagel shop. My dad was technically my mom's boss.
Love it.
She was fresh out of high school. My dad took one of my mom's coworkers on a date. I don't know. It was to the beach. My mom loves the beach. She loves the ocean. And because my mom is from Sonoma.
Sonoma, California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So
How did
that
she
is
end up
where
in
they
Wisconsin?
met. Well, my dad lived in Sonoma, so they met there.
Why was your mom in Sonoma?
That's where she's from.
And your dad was from?
Wisconsin.
He was in Sonoma.
Yeah, my dad was a big hippie. He hitchhiked from Wisconsin to Colorado and then to California with his cat, his giant cat named Fred, spelled P-H-R-E-D.
That's pretty, yeah. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
So he got to Sonoma and then was manager of a bagel shop.
Yeah, baker, manager. I don't know the title, but he took out this other girl.
Yeah.
Took her to the beach. My mom goes, I love the beach. I wish someone would take me. And he took her, and they never separated after that first date.
Really?
They were engaged within 6 months. I think moved in with each other after like a couple of weeks, and they were married a week after their 1-year anniversary. No, not because of like children, pregnancy, anything.
Yeah. They
knew.
have that chemistry. They know immediately. Wow. Have they ever talked about why? Like did they ever say like there was this specific moment or this specific spark, or they just personality wise just
personality? They really vibed.
And then she was like, I'm going to go back to Wisconsin with you.
Yeah, it was much cheaper. They were ready to start having kids, and cost of living in California was still expensive.
Still.
Well, I mean, compared to now, not expensive, but like for the time, expensive.
Yeah.
And my dad's from Madison.
Mm-hmm.
So all of his family was still there, and they were like, okay, let's go back.
So how long were they in California for?
3 years.
Wow. And then moved back to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So they lived that kind of hippie life, it sounds like. Because your dad loved that? Is your mom a little hippie too?
She used to be.
Not as much anymore.
No. Now she's all like button up, white collar.
She's a therapist, you know?
Whatever.
And what about your dad? What does he do now?
My dad is like an Oompa Loompa. He drives chocolate around the country.
I mean, my favorite job ever.
Yep.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's always been like a free spirit. He was a mechanic when I was little. He was a baker when I was little. He was a bus driver after my sister was born because he wanted to be a stay-at-home dad. And then he got into, I guess, like truck driving.
Wow.
He's been like, wherever the wind blows me.
I mean, it's great though. It also, he can get whatever job he wants, but very different jobs. So his resume really just gets the job. People must love his personality.
Yeah, he's a good time.
Okay.
He's a good time.
And so you guys, going back to these dinners you'd have now that your grandma's there, so you would be sitting around the dining room table talking about like drugs and sex and
oh yeah.
And what were some of those conversations that you can remember?
My mom would remind them whenever they would start going too deep with stories of the time that she left them in the middle of nowhere at a bar because they were both so drunk that they fell off of stools. And she's like, I'm over you.
Her mom and her husband.
Yeah. Oh, my grandma and my dad were like thick as thieves.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
And what else? Any other stories?
Probably none that are appropriate if I really think about it.
What? Tell me more.
But they're not my stories to tell.
Oh, valid.
If my mother watches this, I don't want a phone call.
No, I get that.
Judy.
I get that. So grew up in this household, 2 younger siblings. Grandmother lived with you for a little bit.
Yeah.
And when did you know you wanted to be a writer? You knew you wanted to get out of small town Wisconsin, but when did you know you wanted to be a writer? Or did you know?
I mean, I'd always written. It was just a form of expression, therapy.
Yeah.
Didn't really occur to me that people do it. Like, I knew that people wrote novels.
Yeah.
Like, my grandma was the one that really introduced me to the world of storytelling.
In what way?
She gave me Harry Potter. Before it was popular, like, she gave me the first Harry Potter book.
So she introduced you to books by giving you Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And that was she left an impression on you, it sounds like.
I guess. I liked the book, so I kept reading the series.
Did you read before that?
It came out when I was maybe 7.
Okay.
So no, not like a ton. Beyond writing books or short stories, I guess, poetry, I didn't it didn't occur to me that other writing existed. So I didn't know until undergrad. As soon as I knew, I was like, oh, that's what I want.
What did you go to college for then?
Creative writing.
Okay, so creative writing. What did that mean? Did you know what kind of writing you wanted to get into before?
Probably short stories.
Okay.
Like I had written a lot of short stories going into college, and then in college, I was going to go to school to be a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I had the idea before my mom did. Then I found writing, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is what I want.
And why did you gravitate to writing so much? What about writing was you're like, I love doing this?
That's a good question. I don't know how to necessarily put it into words. I think it's one of the most relatable pieces of human expression, you know, like in a similar way that like music touches us all differently, resonates differently. Writing is you can see yourself in a character, you can see yourself in a world, and it sort of opens your mind to other possibilities and sort of be free in a way.
So in a way, that's what books did to you, is they let you be free.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to do that as well.
Yeah, but on the short side.
Short stories.
Yeah, I have ADHD. I can't do a novel.
So when did you get diagnosed with ADHD?
When I was 29, 30.
Okay, so it was older in life.
Oh,
that
yeah.
You finally.
It was while we were on station.
So that had to be hard.
Yeah, you just learn to cope. Like you just learn how to adapt, and you learn who you are, how you respond, how you internalize information. And I knew my reaction. I knew my baseline. I knew when I would procrastinate. I knew if I would procrastinate and the things that I could do to not procrastinate.
Okay. So was school hard for you?
In a sense, I was just bored a lot.
But were you good in school?
Not the first year of high school, because I really I didn't care. I was like, I want to socialize. And I was like, all right, this actually means something.
Like did you know you wanted to go to college then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I lived in this bubble of like, yeah, but like college is a given. And then I sort of was like, oh, but not every college is a given. And that was sort of what made me switch it around. That and soccer. I was like, I have to stay eligible.
When did you start playing soccer?
I was 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you played soccer, and you played soccer in high school?
Oh, yeah.
And did you want to play soccer in college?
I wanted to continue in rec leagues, which I did, but I didn't want to play for the school.
Interesting.
Had burned my body out. Like, I tore every ligament in my left ankle. They're still not there because I chose not to get the surgery. Oh, wow. I have a minor tear in my meniscus. I had like 7 concussions.
That explains a lot.
You're welcome.
I couldn't resist. I
don't know what you're talking about. What did you say?
That's pretty impressive. You really destroyed your body. But so you knew.
Oh,
so
I loved it though.
Did your parents, what position did you play?
My favorite position was forward, but I played midfield. I was center mid.
Oh, wow.
Until my senior year of high school, and my coach made me goalie.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was pissed.
Ooh. So you were a goalie for a whole season?
No, because in preseason it snows. Like it's the winter.
Yeah.
We couldn't play outside. We had to do stuff in like the gym where there's no like padding to the floor, nothing.
Okay.
And he made each indoor practice full speed.
Okay.
And I was like, what the f-? And so they're kicking the ball like 3 feet from me, full speed. There's not a net behind me. It's going to bounce off.
Uh-huh.
And I happened to like jump, and I landed wrong. And here's the side of my foot.
Yeah.
My body kept going, and my foot went this way.
Did you break? It broke?
I just tore everything.
Ooh. Is this the ankle that you didn't get the surgery on?
Yeah.
Okay. So being goalies, what did that?
Yeah. Thanks.
That's horrible.
It's not your fault.
So you knew you wanted to play, but your body was beat up. We know the positions you played, but mainly you were center mid.
Yeah.
Did your parents go to college?
No.
So why did you know you wanted to go to college?
Because I knew going to college meant leaving.
It was your way out.
It was a way out.
And did you know you wanted something different, bigger, better?
Yeah.
And did you ever have dreams of what that looked like?
Once upon a time, it was architecture. I'm terrible at math. I was an English major on purpose. Then it was being a lawyer. God, I love to argue.
You still love to argue.
No, currently, I love to argue.
Yeah.
What else? I thought about being a therapist, and then I was like, no, I want to.
So it was less about the passion in the moment about the specific profession and more just like a profession in college will get me to something bigger and better, which is what I really want.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And so when you applied to colleges, at that point, though, you had known you wanted it to be in writing? Had you already?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what colleges did you get into or where did you end up going?
I really only applied to two. I applied to Madison, University of Wisconsin-Madison, and Edgewood College, which is literally right next door in its shadow, also in Madison. I went to Edgewood because my mom worked there.
Oh, fantastic.
So tuition remission.
What does that mean?
It meant it was free.
Oh, fantastic.
I was like, let me not start my life in debt.
Yeah. Well, that's always the biggest issue, right?
Don't worry, I went to grad school in Boston, and I accrued the debt.
Amazing.
Yes.
So and then when you were at undergrad is when it hit you that you wanted to be a writer for TV and film. Did you want TV and film or just TV?
Just TV.
Fascinating.
Just TV.
Were you a big lover of TV growing up? Did you love, what kind of shows did you watch?
I was a lover of Charmed, One Tree Hill. I'm sure there are others. Grey's Anatomy. It literally came out when I was in middle school.
And it's still on.
And it's still on, and I worked for it.
I was going to say, which is the other thing that I'm like, yes,
I worked for it twice, technically.
Which is also pretty crazy. So full circle, you ended up working on that show that you watched.
Yes.
Were you a diehard fan of Grey's Anatomy when you were younger?
Yeah.
Did you fangirl? Was it something you fangirled about?
I fangirled.
Okay.
And once the episode was over, I maybe thought about it for a little bit, but it wasn't something I took with me all the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And so you didn't end up knowing about screenwriting by watching shows. That connection wasn't made until you were in college?
Yeah, because I literally, when I would watch a show, I was just like,
You loved it.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily paying attention to the words a lot of the time. I was just paying attention to the acting and the feelings that I would have from it.
So what was this class in college that all of a sudden made you go, that's what I want to do? Was it a screenwriting class?
No, it was just a workshop. Like every other workshop I had done in the years since starting college. And someone just said, your stories read a lot like treatments sometimes. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah, people do that.
And treatments for shows, basically.
Shows, movies, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So then that was it. And so you took this workshop class. And did you just instantly know this is what it is?
Immediately.
Oh, wow. What was the first thing you wrote?
Script?
Well, just in general, that you remember writing, that you were in that workshop. Do you remember writing anything specific?
No, I have no idea what that note was on. I couldn't tell you.
What you did in the workshop?
No. There are some short stories I've written that I still remember. There's stories that have won awards, and so
you have some that won awards and you don't remember them?
No, those I remember.
Oh, okay.
The ones that
you just had
that I just did because class. I don't.
Do you think some of that is your ADHD?
I think it could be. It could also just be a combination of I've done so much writing since then that you can't keep everything
That's true.
filed away.
That's true. Do you gravitate towards a certain style of writing or a certain genre?
Definitely drama, family drama, teen drama. Drama.
Love the drama.
Drama.
Bring all the drama.
Drama llama.
So then you switched, and at that point, did you switch a major or no, you just started taking different classes?
Still took the same classes.
And then you graduated from this school, and then what happened after?
Yeah. I applied to grad school in Boston and Chicago. I got into both. I was too afraid to apply to LA right away. I was like, I've never written a line, a sentence, anything in screenplay format.
Okay.
I am truly starting at the bottom of knowledge. And so I was like, LA scares me.
Yeah, understandable. LA is scary.
And so I didn't apply to LA, got Chicago and Boston, and I was like, well, I've been to Chicago. I grew up 3 hours from it.
Wow.
I'm going to Boston.
And did you love Boston?
I loved it.
What school did you go to in Boston?
Boston University.
And was this now your major was?
Screenwriting.
Fascinating.
Yep.
And did you love it there?
Loved it.
And
oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
What were the highlights and what were the things you hated?
I hated having to give presentations.
Okay. Understandable.
All I wanted to do was write. I was like, can we just do workshops nonstop? I don't want to research. like, sure, yeah, research is part of writing. I don't want to do the research stuff.
You haven't changed.
No, I haven't changed at all. And the rest of it was just like, oh, I hang out with my friends, have a great time.
Did you make a lot of friends with her?
Yeah.
Like, what were some of the things you remember that you'll cherish forever about your time at BU?
I will forever remember my roommate at the time. He went to a bar called Coogan's. I don't know if Coogan's still exists. Coogan's was a place. It was a dirty, dusty place that like a sober person wouldn't want to go to if you pre-gamed before going out. It's
Got it.
time of your life. He left Coogan's and he sat on a bench, was just so like euphoric and happy, and he hugged the statue that was on the bench with him. And it wasn't a statue. It was an unhoused man
Oh, wow.
who was like, get the off of me.
Oh, wow. So he was that drunk, and then that happens. You have a lot of conversation. You have a lot of memories, or stories, I should say. You have a lot of stories about unhoused people.
Do I?
Well, more than normal. Like, you have that story, and then the story of the unhoused person just being in your apartment, which we'll get to.
I don't know that she was unhoused, though. I think that she was
she
just
wasn't?
a party. I don't know. She didn't look it.
Oh, I see. I always thought that when you tell that story, that's what it sounds like.
No,
Okay.
I think she was just like a party girl.
Got it. Okay. So college was great. Did you party in college? Did you party hard?
Oh yeah. I had a great time.
Okay.
My cousin's aunt lived like kitty corner to the campus,
Okay.
which was also right next to the zoo in
Okay.
Madison. And it was this like beautiful home, manicured lawns. There was one night my friends and I were walking back to campus from like a house party. My friend fell into the bush and she took me with.
Yeah.
And then someone got sick in said bush. And I remember waking up the next day, whenever I woke up, and I was like, I wonder where that happened. A few days later was Thanksgiving, and I saw said cousin's aunt, and she was complaining about the college kids because someone had just thrown up in
Her bush.
her bush.
Oh.
Sorry, Betty.
Did you ever
Absolutely not.
admit
I
guilt?
told my mom.
Okay. And what did your mom say?
She laughed.
So your mom and dad were very open. They were down for like partying and living life and doing it all.
Yeah.
And you had a great college experience, it sounds like.
Absolutely. It was so much fun. I like some of my very best friends are still my best friends from college.
And then where did you go from there? So you graduated from BU. And what was the next step after that?
Los Angeles. I got here August 26th, 2016.
And what? Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. You're welcome.
And then what was the game plan? Like, you just came to LA and were like, hit the ground, or did you have a job before you got here?
Came to LA, knew no one except for one person. She didn't work in the industry.
Oh, wow. Who was that one person?
My best friend, Allie.
And what did she do?
She was a pharmacy technician.
And she was from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
And
We met in college.
Why did she end up in LA?
Same reason. She wanted to leave.
Is she still in LA now?
No. No, she just had a baby, though. She like got married. She's got a kid.
Is she back in
He's
Wisconsin?
Super cute. Yeah.
So she didn't make it out.
Her husband says they're not allowed to move here. It's really rude.
It is expensive to live here. So I get it. So you came out to LA and you lived with her?
Not at first. I originally lived in Park La Brea because of short-term rentals. I got an internship. It was free because this industry doesn't believe in paying interns.
Got it. As in, yeah, you weren't making any money. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's changed a little bit, but
Yeah.
like also,
What does that mean?
yeah, you don't watch Friends. You
I don't.
watch Friends and figure it out.
Okay. Gotcha.
It means
Oh, it means
yes.
in what language?
I don't know. Whatever Ross Geller made up.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
love this. And
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You should still watch it.
Listen, there's a lot of seasons of Friends, and there's this thing called like limited amount of time the older we get.
Yeah, they're 30-minute episodes. You could watch one a night.
And where was the
Yes.
unpaid internship at?
It was on the Sony lot. It was
Oh,
a
that's
company
good.
called Escape Artists.
So how did you get right in? You just applied for straight out of college?
Yeah, just like bulletin boards and sent emails, resume.
Did going to Boston University help in that regard?
Yeah.
Was it because it's a prestigious school? It kind of allowed you to.
Yeah, and a lot of people from Boston University
Mm-hmm.
came out here. They continue to work out here. Peter Page, Krista Vernoff, Michael Medico, Kim Raver.
Why is that?
I don't know, but they all went to Boston University,
But why did they all end up in LA?
the industry.
Is BU a big like arts school?
Yeah.
Performing arts school? I guess I didn't realize that.
I guess was or is one of the best acting schools in the country.
Oh, wow. I did not realize that. Okay. And did you ever want to
I
get
think
into...
Jennifer Goodwin went there.
There's probably a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Did you ever want to be an actor? Did you ever take acting classes?
Never wanted to be an actor. Was forced to take an acting class.
And what was that like?
Horrifying.
See that? Why aren't you telling me that story?
Because I forgot.
Trauma you were...
Oh my gosh, it is repressed deep inside of me. Yeah, no, I had to do an acting class.
And what was that like?
Really reaffirmed that I was on the correct path, which was not acting.
So did you have to like memorize lines and give a performance? Was it like...
Yes.
Amazing.
It was awful.
I love this for you.
Awful.
And what was the thing you hated about it the most?
Performing.
In front of people?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you just knew.
Oh, my gosh.
But you were like, I'm still going to be a writer, but I'm not going to be an actor.
Yes.
Do you think that taking an acting class helped you write for actors at all or gave you any sort of insight into the side of acting or no? Not at that stage.
I don't think at that stage.
Okay.
I mean, it was one semester.
Mm-hmm.
We were all forced to take it.
Mm-hmm.
No one in the class at the time wanted to be an actor.
Mm.
I don't know if any of them have changed their mind. I think maybe in hindsight could have informed some things, but I think getting to LA and really being like thrust into the worlds of acting, writing, collaboration is what taught me the most.
Okay. So you started an internship.
Mm-hmm.
You were traumatized in college, didn't want to be an actor, came to LA basically with this degree, but also looking up, you said like bulletin boards and things and found stuff and did this unpaid internship at Escape. It's called Escape Artists.
Yes.
And it was on the Sony lot. And what did they do? Did they do television or film?
Television, film. They did a lot of stuff with Denzel.
Did you like it? Were you excited? Were you nervous?
I liked it. I wasn't nervous. I think I was too naive to be nervous. Like, I think I just was like, teach me anything. Like, I just want to learn anything. And I think going into it, I expected more glam. I expected more like world of celebrity and drama because like I lived in such a bubble in Wisconsin. Everything I knew about LA I learned in tabloids or from interviews. Or I think I was expecting a little more like... Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and it deeply wasn't that, which I think was great.
Oh, you were happy it wasn't that?
Yeah.
So you weren't disappointed?
No.
Okay.
I was like, oh, real people exist here. That's cool.
So what were you doing at this production company?
Reading scripts, giving my thoughts.
Fascinating.
Yeah, telling them if I thought it was good enough to take a meeting, if it was a pass. 95% of scripts that unpaid interns read are passes.
Why is that?
They're just not great.
Got it. So people just kind of cold submit. Okay, so you did that, and how long did you do that for?
6 months.
Wait, but it was unpaid, so what were you doing to make money?
Starbucks.
Okay, so you worked at Starbucks.
I worked at Starbucks.
And did you like coffee?
I mean, I love coffee. I love to consume it. Did I enjoy being at Starbucks at 4 a.m.? I absolutely did not.
Oh, you were like the morning shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite drink you made at Starbucks?
Being on the cash register was my favorite drink.
So you did not like making the
I
drinks?
hated making the drinks.
Why?
Sometimes I would confuse myself along the way. And this might be the ADHD where I was just like, I'm sorry, is what? Like, I'm supposed to do what again? Because you're keeping track of so many ingredients.
Yeah.
For all of the different drinks, and a lot of them cross over. And I was like, I can't. This is not for me.
So you like the cash register?
I loved the cash register. And then you put the food in the little oven.
Yeah.
Burp, burp, take the food out.
Okay.
It was great.
So those were the elements of
Low
Starbucks.
stakes.
So you were working Starbucks while you were working for this production company. And then where went from, you said it was 6 months?
6 months.
Where
and then
did
I
you go from
did
there?
another unpaid internship.
Okay.
And that was at Flame Ventures with a lovely man named Tony Krantz, who you also know.
I do.
And I was there for maybe 4 months. And then I started working for Krista on Grey's. And you want to know the story?
It's such a great story, but it's also like you're so early in your caure.
Yeah, I was a baby.
Oh my God, my collar's been popped this whole time.
She's a balla.
I didn't realize. It's like not taking myself that seriously.
You're like, I'm douchey today.
So you came to LA, you worked for 2 companies within less than a year.
Yeah.
And immediately you got hired, I'm going to jump ahead and say that, by Christopher Noff, who used to be, she never showrun Grace before she left?
No.
She was never a showrunner.
She wasn't
So
she was Shonda's number 2, though.
She was Shonda Rhimes' number 2 on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
And then left to do Shameless.
She did Private Practice. She did Shameless. She developed a lot along the way, too.
A lot. She developed a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And then she came back to Grey's
She came back. Shauna gave her the keys to the castle.
And how did that come to be? So you were at Flame Ventures.
Yeah.
And did you just hear about this job opening, or what was the trajectory there?
No. So this is, I guess, one of the perks of the small town I ran away from. My parents were grocery shopping. They ran into a teacher of mine from elementary school who also taught my sisters. And
What was her name?
that's mean.
I thought you'd know. Emily, you got to remember, you're younger than me, and these things happened more recent than the things. You've got to have a better memory.
I remember the other key players. Look, my parents probably said her name. It might have been Mrs. Falbo. Shout out Miss Falbo if it was you. I don't remember.
So you're not sure which teacher it was, but
no,
an elementary
because
school teacher you had.
It wasn't the teacher that was related to the immediate person I met.
It's okay. We don't have to dwell on it. Continue.
You are feisty. So they ran into a teacher who was like, oh, Mrs. White, who was my principal in elementary school. Her daughter is a producer in LA. She's great at meeting with people once they've moved there. Let's see if like Mrs. White will connect her daughter and your daughter.
Okay.
I get a phone call from my dad, and I'm sure I'm on speaker. My mom's in the background. And he was like, Mrs. White's daughter is a producer in LA, and she would like get coffee with you if you're interested. And I was like, yeah, sounds great. Again, having just done these 2 internships where like my expectation of celebrity and glamour and connection was just like very middle of the road. I was like, yeah, sure. Like I'm expecting nothing.
Yeah.
My mom pipes up from the background and she goes, tell her what show. My dad's like, I don't know. It's like this show called Grey's Anatomy or something.
Your dad didn't know.
He had no idea. Bless his
that.
heart. I was like, what? Oh, that's cool. So I met with Sarah White, who was the line producer of Grey's Anatomy for a few years, then the line producer of Station 19.
And I'm the line producer of what other shows?
A lot of other shows.
Like Euphoria.
Yes. Oh, I love her.
Sarah White is a badass.
I love Sarah White.
If I'm lucky enough to get her on this show.
Sarah White, Saad Mansour, Amy Schmidt. Oh, God, a perfect trio.
So you met with her.
Met with her. I went into it. We met at the lot at Prospect where they film Grey's. They're on hiatus, which is probably for the best because I think not being on hiatus, I probably would have been nervous or overwhelmed.
You mean being on the lot and seeing the actors and like the whole world and stuff, you mean? Or what would have
Not
made you
necessarily the
nervous?
actors, but just like the way that the cookie gets made, I guess.
Got
like
it. Got
being
it.
in that energy, that frenzy.
Would it have been intimidating?
I think I would have been very overstimulated.
Okay.
So I met Sarah. It's supposed to be like this polite 30-minute coffee. It was like 2 hours. Like we just
That's the best.
We had the best time. We FaceTimed her mom and I was like, I cannot believe you remember me. And she said, I'm too spunky to forget. I was like, oh boy.
That you're too spunky to forget?
Yeah.
Okay, but wait, how does that, how were you spunky? Let's go back to this. How
Oh,
were you spunky
gosh.
in high school? In
No,
elementary
elementary school.
How were you spunky? Please
Oh, I was
elaborate.
loud. I was
In what sense? What did you do?
I was better at sports than a lot of the guys. And I
Okay.
loved sports.
But how does that make you spunky?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
how
get this
I
out
am
of you.
Spunky.
If anyone is picking up on anything, the hardest person to get any information out of is Emily Culver. This woman is the hardest to get information out of. And I'm not talking about secret information. I'm talking about just any information.
You're welcome.
So
I keep you on your toes.
keep me annoyed.
Good.
So
Good.
So you were spunky, as people said.
I had a lot of energy. Like I was a spitfire, I think is actually what she said is I was a
Okay.
spitfire,
Okay.
which is probably like of the same genre as spunky.
Were you sarcastic?
I was so sarcastic.
Okay.
I had attitude.
Got it.
I did not like being told what to do. Got in trouble for drawing on the desks.
Okay. So would you say you were a stereotypical redhead?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Redheads like to break the rules.
I really disliked rules.
Yeah.
Really
And
I still
authority.
dislike rules and authority.
Okay. So that hasn't changed.
No.
But
I'm better at playing along now because there is a reason for rules and and whatnot, whether I agree with them or not. I really pick and choose which ones to break.
So going back to this, okay, which again, I want to ask examples, but you're not going to tell me.
Ask what?
What examples? What rules did you break?
I mean, I used to draw on desks. I got kept after school to clean the desks.
Okay.
Which, in hindsight, I agree with. Like, a custodial person shouldn't have to clean up after me.
Okay.
Cussed a lot.
Okay.
If I saw someone getting bullied, I would beat up the bully.
Okay. So you were aggressive. You were feisty.
I was very feisty.
Okay.
Yeah. I lost a shoe on top of a giant air conditioner because it flew off as I was kicking, and it lived there until like the summer when they cleaned off the vents. That was an example I think that Mrs. White gave.
Got
She's
it.
like, "Can you got your shoe back?" And I was like,
she
"Yes, I did."
She remembered the shoe.
She remembered the shoe.
You and Sarah White are at this lunch
Yep.
on the lot of
Yep.
Grey's Anatomy off season, and you guys call your old principal? Was
Yeah.
that who she was? She was the principal?
She was the elementary school principal and Sarah's mom.
Okay. And so you guys call, you guys catch up. This meeting goes great. What comes of it? Where do you go from there? What was the coffee about? Like, was there a specific job that was?
No, it was just a like, welcome to LA. Do you have questions? What are you here for? Like, let's get to know each other polite thing.
Okay.
And we hit it off. I gave her my resume and she was like, look, we've hired every support staff position for the writer's room already. It's starting in a few weeks. Please give me your resume in case anything changes. And I was like, okay, great. Maybe a month or so later, Sarah calls me while I'm at my internship and she was like, hey, our showrunner needs a new assistant. Can I give her your resume? And I said, yes. 15, 20 minutes later, Krista calls me.
Krista Vernoff
Calls me and is like, can you come to my house for an interview?
Do you know who Krista Vernoff was at this point?
I did. Once I realized writing was a thing in college, I would try to be more mindful to watch the opening credits, like where it says people's names, which I now know is above the line, which is fascinating.
I know. And such a weird thing that I hate. I think they're trying to phase that saying out because it's such a horrible saying.
It's awful.
It is.
Again, a function of ADHD. I like to rewatch shows because they're familiar and I already know what's going to happen, so I can do things while that's on in the background.
Okay.
And so I would rewatch Charmed. I would rewatch Grey's Anatomy. I would rewatch Shameless. And every time I looked at the screen, it said Krista Vernoff. And I was like, who the is this lady? And I Googled her. And I was like,
and this was back in college. You Googled her.
Even grad school, again, her name would pop up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, remind me who she is again? She called me. And I was like, holy shit. I knew exactly who she was, like of all people. I was like, oh, yeah, you want me to come to your house? I can come to your house. When do I need to be at your house? I'm in Beverly Hills. And she's like, maybe 30 minutes. And I was like, great, I'm leaving now. And I looked at my supervisor at the internship and I was like, bye.
And you left.
I left.
What happened next?
I got to Krista's house and I beat her to her house.
Good. Check.
I felt very good about that. Yeah. I was sweating the entire way. I think I called my mom and I was like, this thing is happening. This would be so cool.
And what did she say? Do you remember what your mom said to you?
I think she said, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Like, good for you. Like, the usual things plus honey at the end. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
But you were just interviewing for it. It wasn't like the job wasn't yours yet, right?
It wasn't mine.
Yeah.
I had no experience on a show. Like, I had never been an assistant, like full stop, never been an assistant in the industry. I've done 2 internships at this point. Again, I'm like reading scripts and giving coverage, but I'm not doing a ton.
Yeah.
We met.
Yeah.
We hit it off. And maybe 3 days later, she called and was like, can you start immediately? And I said, yes.
But wait, she made you wait for 3 days?
It was a weekend.
So, but were you nervous all weekend?
Yeah.
And how did you think that meeting and interview went?
I thought it went great.
Were you this calm and cool and collected? Because you are somebody who's always very calm and cool and collected.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Even though you were nervous?
Yeah.
That's shocking. How are
My
you able to
hands
do
just
that?
sweat.
Oh, fun.
They're sweating now.
Why?
Well, one, it's hot because
It's
you're
not
always cold.
The AC's on. I put the AC on for you.
It's not on. No, I appreciate it. I'm also under lights. Like, I'm just not used to this.
Being in
This
front of the
side of
camera.
things. But no, like, I think I was fairly calm and collected. Her dog, Minty, was with us for it.
Yeah.
Her incredibly delightful husband, Alex, was like my pre-interview.
Fantastic.
Love you, Alex Schmidt. You really helped take the edge off. We were on her back patio chit-chatting. The sound of the pool like is running in the background. It was very idyllic. It was very like serene and calm, and I think that helped me stay calm. And
Fantastic. So 3 days later, she called you up and you got the job.
got it.
And you left the internship, the unpaid internship.
Sure did. Left
And
Starbucks.
Left Starbucks too.
Left Starbucks. I was so delighted.
Were you getting paid really well to be an assistant?
No.
Okay, but
Technically, I think I made more an hour dollar-wise at Starbucks, but I worked more hours at Gray's.
Oh.
So I made significantly more with Gray's than I would have at Starbucks
Because you worked
because
more
of
hours.
overtime.
Got it. So you started working and you had never been an assistant before. So what was that like?
It was like your pants every day. I was like, so what? Like, thank God Saad Mansour saw me through pre-production. He really was like, okay, so this is what this meeting means. This is why it's important.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you. Thank you so much.
How long had Saad been an assistant at that point?
I think Saad had been with Sarah for a year
Okay.
at that point, maybe a little closer to 2 years.
Saad like showed you the ropes.
Oh yeah, Saad's my OG work husband.
Oh my gosh. So you were nervous every day not knowing what you were doing.
I was also nervous every day because my very first day I had awful food poisoning.
Like literal
I couldn't stop throwing up.
And it wasn't because you were nervous, it was because of the food poisoning?
No, I had like bad food poisoning.
What did you eat the night before your first day of work?
I would like to plead the fifth.
What?
No, it was street pizza. It
What
was
is
street
street
food.
pizza?
I was like this guy who would walk around the neighborhood with his little bell selling food, and I was really hungry, and so I had the pizza, and at 2 a.m. I was like, oh, the pizza was bad. That was a bad idea.
Have you eaten street food since?
Yeah, but like not pizza and not out of like a cart that you push around. I'm watching the street food get made now.
Got it. So your first day. So how did
First
you make
day.
it through the first day if you said you were puking all day?
I was sent home.
Oh, you were sent home.
I was sent home.
Were you so nervous you were going to get fired?
Yes.
On your first day?
I was like, what a great first impression. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is food poisoning, but I don't know if it's food poisoning. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's stress. And I just was like blacking out intermittently. One of the writers at the time was pregnant, and I shook her hand, and then immediately I was like, oh, I don't think I should have done that. Like,
And so you got asked to leave?
yeah, I was told you're ill. Please go home.
Were you just nervous and crying and like a mess after that? Because you're like, I might have just gotten fired?
I wasn't crying, but I was definitely anxious. Like, there was a lot of anxiety, and I didn't know Krista yet. Like, I didn't know any of the writers. I didn't even know any of the assistants. So I'm like mining this brand new terrain, brand new people, brand new personalities. And I'm like, oh God.
And you're, oh my gosh.
I was like, cool.
So then you came back day 2?
Came back day 2.
And rest was
great. I was better. I was no longer ill.
Yeah.
And then I learned Krista. I learned her tastes. I learned how best she functions within the job, like what she needs to do her best. Learned how the show is made from the ground up. Because when Krista came back in season 14, she was changing the tone of the show.
Season 14 of Grace.
Yeah. And so we worked 100-hour weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got to know each other pretty quickly.
Did you like being an assistant?
Does anybody like being an assistant? Well, actually, some people might.
I was going to say.
There were pieces of it I really loved.
Like what?
Getting to learn from Krista, like being sort of an extension of her mind all the time, because I'm hearing the thoughts in real time. I'm hearing how she's processing episodes and what's happening on set, how performances are going. Like, I'm watching her process and immediately explain what it is that she's feeling. And I thought that was so cool. Learning from her was one of the most incredible experiences. I was really tired a lot of the time.
So not a lot.
Not a lot of sleep.
So not a lot of sleep.
Not a lot of sleep.
And you didn't know what you were really doing because you'd never been an assistant. So it was a ton of a learning curve, it sounds like.
It was a steep curve because of how many hours a week we were working. I climbed it quickly. And then once we found our groove, it was smooth sailing.
Were you stressed though a lot?
Yes, but the stress wasn't necessarily because I was an assistant. It was just like communal stress of these other people are stressing about this thing that they feel is super time sensitive that we know isn't maybe as time sensitive, but they're like constantly nudging me about it. Like it wasn't my stress all of the time.
Okay. So, but it wasn't a stressful job, or it was a stressful job?
I mean, there were definitely stressful moments.
And what parts of it were stressful?
I think honestly the most stressful piece was just the lack of sleep.
Okay.
I think that was the biggest stressor.
Okay.
But otherwise it was maybe like making sure that Krista got to a meeting on time, or at least knew that the meeting was happening.
Was there any really big up you had in those years that you were an assistant?
No, that one's actually not one for the podcast. I'm sorry.
So there is a up, but you can't talk about it.
Yes.
Okay. Did she know you wanted to be a writer?
Yes,
Okay.
she did.
Okay.
And she was great. Like as soon as she hired me, she's like, if you work for me for a year, I will read a pilot of yours. But you have to like make it the year. I was like, great. Hit the year mark.
Yeah.
Did not give her a pilot.
Why?
Because I didn't feel that I had one that was ready enough for her. So like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm not going to just like give her something for the sake of giving her something.
Okay.
To which she said thank you.
Oh, okay.
When she finally realized, she was like, you know, did I tell you that like if you work for me for a year, like I'll read you? And you were like, I was like, yeah. I just don't feel that I have something that is ready for you. And she was like, thank you. She was like, that is actually like the smartest thing you could do because you're not forcing it. I was like, great.
So when did you give her a script?
Probably within that year. Yeah.
As in like within
that season of the 1 year mark.
So you gave her a script, and do you remember what that script was?
It was about therapists.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it a drama?
Sure was. Hour long. They were messy people because therapists are also messy people.
Did she love it? What was her feedback?
I don't know that she loved it. She didn't hate it. She gave good feedback on like structure, pacing, and just a couple of character notes. And was like, okay, do these notes and give it back.
And you did?
I did the notes. I gave it back. I don't think she read it, but I know that she received it because she was like, got it. And I think it was really just to see if I would give it back.
But interesting. But she never looked at the notes.
I have no idea.
Fascinating.
If she did, we didn't discuss it.
Okay.
But the next year I was promoted, so.
What were you promoted to?
Staff writer.
And what did that entail?
What does being a staff writer entail?
Or your job as a staff writer?
So your job as staff writer is you're in the writer's room, you're a writer.
Yeah.
You are just like the lowest rung of the ladder for writers. You're in it. Like your peers are now your executive producers, your supervising producers, and you're pitching, you're giving notes to the other writers on their scripts and writing your own script and getting notes. Like it's the same thing. You're just is a symbol of experience.
And
more than anything.
Did you write a script that first season that you were a staff writer?
I did.
So wait, how long were you an assistant for?
I started in June or July of 2017, and I was promoted in September of 2020.
Okay.
That was the official promotion, but I was sitting in on Rebel, Krista's other show, for quite a few months prior to that because I was going to do a freelance on that show.
What does that mean?
Freelance episode. So basically I was going to write an episode, but I wasn't of the title writer. So it would have my name. I would have done the work. This is my like audition. Instead, she was like, actually, do you just like want to be a staff writer on Station 19? And I said, yeah.
So that's fascinating. But wait, I don't understand. Like you would have just freelanced as in you would have only written one episode where a staff writer is essentially there the whole season? Is that the difference?
The difference is really in title and pay. So, and at the time, staff writers did not get their episode fees. They do now, which is correct. But a freelancer, you get your episode fee.
Got it.
It was like, it was the stepping stone to get to staff writer.
Okay.
But I didn't do the freelance. I just ended up as staff writer.
I see.
I came in probably around episode like 4 of Station 19, season 4.
Season 4 of Station 19 as a staff writer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what was your first episode of Station 19? Do you remember?
It was episode 10. I think it was titled Save Yourself.
And did you love it? Did you enjoy the experience? Were you scared?
Loved the experience. wasn't really scared because I'd spent so much time on set already as Krista's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
It was Krista's show. Like, I know her voice. I know what she wants. Like, I felt very comfortable. I think the only part of me that was like, was just the transition of going from assistant to writer because everyone had known me as the assistant and now they have to like listen to me. And I think I was maybe nervous if there would be bumps in that arena, but mostly no.
Was it hard to give up assistant?
No.
It was easy?
Yeah.
And did you have to train the person coming in under you?
I did not.
That's great.
No.
So you ended up writing an episode and the rest is history. You continued to write on
Yeah.
Station 19
Yeah.
until its final season?
Correct.
How many episodes of Station 19 did you write in the end?
Okay. 1 in season 4,
Okay.
2 in season 5,
Mm-hmm.
2 in season 6, and I did a co-write in season 7.
Okay.
So
6.
5.5, 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what were some of the once you started writing, were you just like, yes, this is what I've always wanted to do, and you're so happy you were finally able to do it? So really, from the moment you came into LA to the moment you got hired was 4 years as a writer?
It was fast.
Pretty impressive.
It was very fast. It is certainly not happening that way at the moment for people.
The industry's in its own.
It's constricting.
Yeah. How did you feel about being a writer on the show Station 19? Like, what was that like?
Oh my gosh, what an ego boost. I
really?
I was just like, la da da. Like, I was in such a great mood all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I loved what I was doing. I loved the show. I worked with great people and I was just delighted.
Did you
I was
ever
just
wanna-
so delighted to be at the table.
Did you ever want to work on Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, because I mean, Grey's was such a foundational show for me growing up. It's still something that I consider going back to watch sometimes. I haven't done it since leaving both shows, but it used to be a show where I was like, I don't really know what to watch. I just need noise in the background, and
Yeah.
it would be Grey's.
Going back to the ADD, when were you diagnosed with ADHD? Sorry.
Season 5 of Station 19.
Did that help your writing when you finally were diagnosed with ADHD, or how did you know, or why did they diagnose you with ADHD? What was happening at the time?
I just remembered to tell my primary care physician, oh yeah, and this thing is like a thing that I encounter on the daily. And she's like, oh, that sounds like ADHD. And I was like, okay, cool.
Interesting. But then did they give you a prescription?
Yeah. So I've got Adderall.
Mm-hmm.
And it does actually a really great job. The best way for me to describe the noise in my head with ADHD is I can hear a lot of different things happening at the same volume.
Mm-hmm.
And they're competing thoughts with competing like time constraints.
Yeah.
And it makes it really hard to pick which one is actually the most important and follow it through. Like, I can latch on sometimes, but I won't necessarily follow the thought through to the end.
Okay.
Because something else will pop in.
Yeah.
And it's like, hi, we're here. What'd we miss?
Okay.
And it is very distracting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Adderall really sort of cleans the cobwebs.
Okay.
Like, it allows me to stay with one thought at a time. Like, the competing thoughts are still there, but they're not at the same volume.
Okay.
So I'm able to parse. I'm able to follow one line, figure it out, move on to the next.
So did it help your writing?
It certainly helped me procrastinate less.
Oh, okay. So one of the side effects of ADHD is procrastinating.
I don't know if it's necessarily a side effect.
Okay.
I think everyone I know with ADHD, we all procrastinate.
Yeah.
I don't know that is necessarily like, if you have ADHD, you absolutely 100% of the time procrastinate.
And then what were some of the highs and lows of being in that world? Like, what were some of the tough times you had to go through?
Being an assistant, being on
Both.
Grey's.
I think being in that world, being an assistant, being on Grey's, like, what were the toughest things you had to overcome, or the hurdles you had to get past?
I think the hardest thing about being an assistant is...
Whew! Talk about a cliffhanger. On that note, we're taking an intermission. We've had the appetizer, but the main course is about to get even juicier. And it drops in 48 hours. Trust me, it's going to be absolutely delicious.